Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be an unboxing of a parcel I got off my good friend Dave Ramsden. Now, the reason why I'm filming this video in this fashion is because just recently, in the last week or so, I've had a bit of a sort of a health scare, shall we say, and I don't really want to talk about it too much because it's still ongoing. I'm still getting tests for stuff. I don't want to sort of say, oh, I've got this, I've got that, and when it turns out to not be that, hopefully, fingers crossed, then people might think, oh, you put the video on to get some kind of, sympathy votes, which I know how YouTube goes, and sometimes people like say that that's what it is, and it's certainly not that. I'm not asking for any type of sympathy with this at all. What I'm doing is I'm going to put this video out, and I'm going to say that this is going to bookend, because I don't think I finished off the video properly. So I want to just do this fashion to sort of to get the video out, and then I can bookend it with maybe showing some releases at the end of it. A proper video, a full video about this will probably come out in a couple of weeks' time, but at the moment I'm just ongoing. I'm sort of getting some tests done. That's all I'm going to say. I just want to, but I want to put these videos out because they're so good, and I was the one on my list to do this week, and I've had to change my way I'm doing it. But anyway, that's a kind of short channel update to just say, expect a bit of a videos will still come out, but they'll not be the same. I think I'll do another one walking around Whitley Bay as well, because that would be easy to do, and I can bring it up to date with, I can go on to my next part of Whitley Bay. But anyway, on with the video from Dave Ramsden. Take it away, me. Okay, so a bit of a backstory to this box here that I'm opening. I got this off Dave Ramsden, and he sent it to me, and I sent him a picture to say, oh, I've received your parcel. And I'll share with you the Instagram messages that me and Dave have been speaking about. I put a picture here to say I've received it, and Dave says, looks a little bit worse for wear. Have you opened it to check the contents out? And I've just finished editing my video for tonight, and I need to recharge my laptop while uploading to YouTube. I'll unbox it on the video to see if it's okay. If anything is compromised, I'll have the video evidence to go back to any queries if you want with the postal service. Now, I urge anybody who gets something that they think is damaged to unbox it on video if you can, even with just a mobile phone. You've got all evidence to share to say this isn't correct. That's a good idea, said Dave. I do it with every package as it's good evidence if you need it, although I don't show all of the complete opening. It's recorded if I need to use it. Dave says, makes absolute sense. I hope everything is okay. The box definitely didn't leave me crushed. And the guitar sticker has come off as well. There's a lightning bolt here, but the guitar sticker's not there. I'll let you know as soon as I've opened it, Dave. And I've sent some photographs, and I says, here are the photographs I've taken from all angles. He said that box is pristine where I left it. I should have taken a picture. I hope the contents were able to withstand the football match they have apparently been having. Oh. And I says, wow, the more I look at it, the worse it seems. I'm going to open it quickly now and see what's up, Dave. On video, obviously. Yeah. So that's where we're at with that one. Without showing any addresses, I'm not editing this because I want this to be, if it is evidence, we know that this is completely unopened. You can see there, it hasn't had any opening yet. And this is going to be, I'm going to see what's in it. Hopefully, I'll pull this out, have a look at it. It'll be good. And then I'll go back on the different video upstairs, and I'll talk about what Dave has sent me in more detail. So a nurse scalpel. Yeah, now if David sent me this in pristine condition, it does look like it's had something lent on top of it, like forcing it down. To me, anyway. Is that enough? I'll get that out, right. I'll get it, and I'll take the stuff out here. No addresses there. I'm going to take the stuff out and make sure that everybody can see it coming out. Well, there's a lot of stuff in here. Some great stuff in here. I know a little bit about what's in here, not everything. And yeah, so that's all the stuff out there. Yeah, this box has seen better days. but you would never think that this was pristine when it was sent, would you? Okay, so I'm going to briefly go through what is here, and there's a load of slip covers here. Wow. Now, to me, the slip covers look good. I don't think there's something you can really damage well unless you fold them and that. But they seem to be pretty, yeah, I would think they are pretty good. Dave's great for sending me stuff. He really is. But I would say that they are okay. I will open them obviously fully later on when I go upstairs to do it. There's another one here, which I'm going to open this one here, and I'll go back to the slip covers. This is they're all individually wrapped. Now the thing is with Dave, he always sends me stuff in the best condition ever. And when they're not in the best condition, obviously it's nothing to do with Dave, it's to do with the people sending it. Now he's paid a good price for this postal service. You would think that they would honour that by not standing on it. Okay, I might need the nurse's scalpel for this one. So this one is, and we'll check to see if any of this is damaged. Oh, the pitch black Blu-ray. This is a lovely slip. So that looks okay. Put that to one side. Now, this case here, is it in good condition? Because Dave has sent it me in perfect condition. And yes, it is in good condition. Now you will see why Dave asked me if I was he's getting rid of a load of boxes. Is there any wanted Blu-ray boxes? I says, well, not really. I says, but actually, there's one in the collection which I dropped, which I couldn't believe that I dropped, and it actually smashed all the box here, which you'll see. And I cannot find the thin case with the double to put the two Blu-rays in here. Can I find one? And Dave says, well, I think I've got one. He had got one, so he sent it to us. So this is amazing here. And this is in perfect condition. Thank God. It's not damaged at all. That's just a little bit of, cellophane that was stuck on. Probably when it was, the stuff it was wrapped in. So that's good. So far, so good. Oh, wow. I'm saying, oh, wow, but my God. My God. Now, yeah, I'm going to open this one here. I saw through the side what it is, or what some of it is. But let's see if this is, well, thankfully, no sort of with parcel force. There's nothing to them. I can't think of the word, but this stuff here is in good condition. And look at this. Now, this is weird. I'll tell you why. Because the Debs is a huge fan of this movie, of this franchise, should I say. And this one here is let's have a look at it here. I know when Dave would have sent this in tip-top condition because all of Dave's stuff is in perfect condition. This is in great condition. The Debs will be made up with this. She loves this franchise. I do like the third film. I think the third film is unreal, but I do need to revisit this franchise. Yes, I've seen plenty of people unboxing this one. I've always thought, I would love to get this in tow. Now, am I right in thinking, I think I am, that the Temple of Doom was always heavily cut, but it's not cut anymore, I think. That was due to eating things like monkey's brains and stuff, I believe. So you get the three movies and the bonus disc of the fourth movie. Now, we have got the fourth movie somewhere, I think on DVD. And to be honest, when I watched it, I thought it was okay. It wasn't a patch on the original trilogy. I don't know how I feel about the fifth one, but this is going to be such a watched movie. We haven't got these at all. In fact, tell a lie, we have got these on VHS. Well, I'll show you the VHS when I go back upstairs. But in essence, this has been a complete win-win on everything coming across undamaged. Of course, if Parcel Force had finished off their football match and probably stopped to actually send this thing, then it might have been a different story. Wow. So I'm gonna thank Dave once again for sending me this. This is amazing. Honestly, the Debs will love this. She is a huge fan of this franchise, and we haven't watched this together for a long time. It's well overdue a watch. I know it's come out in 4K, but I don't know. Personally, I don't think I don't would get it on 4K, but I know the Debs would love to see this all of these again in on Blu-ray. So brilliant. So what I'll do is I'll go upstairs. I'll show you what I've got in the way of slipcovers, and there's quite a few to get through. Yeah, oh, look at that. Look at them. And also, I'll show you what movie I was going to put into my new US double disc Blu-ray case. So, thanks, Dave. See you soon. Okay, so now let's get into the slips that Dave has sent me. Now, full disclosure here, I'd done this video before, and I realised that when the video went off, that I wasn't recording it, which was, I thought, oh, so I stopped, and I've come back to it on another day, and I'm going to go through them. So I do know what, like, a few of the first ones are, but I'll tell you when I get to the point where I'm getting ones that I haven't got a clue with. So first up is Skyline. Now, this is the movie I haven't got, but this slipcover is just amazing. Lenticular, of course. So yeah, that'll be definitely a CX pickup. Got a CX pile here. That's Skyline. Next up is Smallfoot. Now, this was one that me and the Debs, I think, were actually going to go to the cinema to see it. We do tend to get to when we went to see Toy Story 4 together. Toy Story 5's just been announced. Oh my God. I think that'd be pretty good, actually. But we never got to it. And this is one that's it's a funny one. It's one of those ones that you think you won't see, and then you think, oh, I'll catch it on Sky Movies and that. And to be honest, I've never seen it since the time we said we were going to see it at the cinema. But I will pick that up at CEX. So that's Smallfoot. Next up is The Snowman. Now, this has got a great cast in it. Michael Fassbender. I'm a big fan of him. And he would have made a great James Bond back in the day, wouldn't he? I think he's a bit too old for it now. This is another movie that I haven't seen, haven't even heard of until now. But the casting here is great. And yeah, so this will be one that we'll keep an eye out for at CEX. And I'm sure this is a type movie that Deborah likes as well. So that's The Snowman. So Snow White and the Huntsman. This is one that I think the Debs wanted to see way back when. It's got a great casting, actually. Charlize Theron, brilliant. Chris Helmsworth, which I didn't realise he was in there. And also Kristen Stewart. So yeah, not a bad cast. I'll have to ask the Debs if she actually did see this one. But this is another CX one that you would probably see for quite cheap. It's got a really nice cover there. A lot of embossing there down the spine as well. That's amazing. So that's Snow White and the Huntsman. Next up is Rampage. Now this is the movie that we saw on Sky Movies, me and the Debs, and we thought it was great actually. I do think that I've always seen this one out in the wild, and I've never seen it with a slipcover ever. And it's one that you could see quite cheap in CEX. So this is another one for the CEX pile. But no, it's a good movie. It's not bad at all, and it's one of those ones where, especially the special effects, especially with this gorilla, were absolutely amazing. I thought. So that's Rampage. Whoops. Next up is The Trust. What a cover. What a cover that is. Don't even see how shiny that one is. Absolutely brilliant. Never heard tale of this movie, but with Elijah Wood and Nicolas Cage in, that's quite a good pairing actually. One that would never put in a movie. Bad cops make the best criminals. There you go. Now, this is the one that I would definitely hunt out. I like these ones that are like a little bit obscure, action but obscure. And I've never heard it anyway, so nice bit of spot crossing there as well. So yeah, definitely a CX pickup. That's The Trust. Next up is Splice. Now Splice, I was saying this on the previous video that I've shot. This looks very much like Species, which I haven't got. I do like the first one, but I'm waiting for the. If I saw the Species set, it would have to be very cheap for me to buy it because of the other ones. I don't know how good they would be. Got a bit of a Matrix feel to it as well with that green. But I think I've heard of this movie before. Definitely heard of the title. Don't know anything about what it is, but I reckon it's got to be a little bit like down the sort of Adrian Brody's in here as well, down the bit of the Species type, possibly, just because it looks a lot like that cover. Or maybe it's made to look like that to entice you into it. But yeah, so CX, these are movies. Actually, most of these movies here that Dave sent me the slips for, I'd never seen tail of them in CX. But then again, when you're not looking for them, you don't tend to see stuff. Lovely cover that, lovely slip. So that's Splice. Next up is Valkyrie, Tom Cruise. As you all know, back in the day, I wouldn't have touched this with a barge pole for the Tom Cruise element to it. But I've got a feeling that he's a much better actor than I thought he was. He's a great action star, but he's quite a good actor as well. We are both interested in World War II stories. So yeah, good cast here. Is that Eddie Izzard? Could be. Wow. Yes, I'll definitely check that out. I know it's based on a true story, and I do know what the true story is. Great story, actually. But yeah, willing to see, interesting to see if Tom Cruise will pull this part off. So that's Valkyrie, who directed that one. Brian Singer, not bad actor, director. Next up is True Romance. Now, this is where I got to on my previous video. So anything else, I don't know what they are. I'm trying not to look. Now, as you know, I've got the 4K of this, but I haven't got a slipcover on it. So this will go on the 4K slipcover until I get a 4K cover made from Jam Slips. But I can't believe that Arrow don't put a slipcover on when they released them, just even a limited run when they released them standard wise. It's just really beggars belief that. But great film, this, love this film. It's directed by Tony Scott, and how would Quentin Tarantino have done this one if he directed himself? Because I know he he wrote it. So be interested to see if he ever did. He would never go back and do this one. I do think that Tony Scott done a great job in it. Got some great performances in here. So that's True Romance. So everything else coming up on here, I'll put that into putting this on a disc. That's one that's going to go over the top of the release. Now everything else is something I haven't seen. So next up is, I know it's a lenticular, I can feel it. The Walk. Whoa, look at that. That comes across. It's not the case I'm frightened of heights. It's just the case of the heights just really do something to us. Well, I am frightened of heights, but this really send us when I'm watching stuff like this. Now, I'm pretty sure that this was, my son went to see this. The pictures, it just rings a bell, that, by Robert Zemeckis. And yeah, I will get this. I do know this is definitely in CX. I've seen it. Never seen tail of this lenticular cover though. So that is amazing. Will that pick it up? I hope it will. Wow. But I'll probably have to watch it through behind hands like that. Wow. So that's The Walk. Brilliant. CX. Next is A Walk in the Tombstones. Now, is this when Liam Neeson was doing a lot of action stuff? I think he's a great action actor, actually. Yeah. People are afraid of all the wrong things. As you know, I used to work in cemeteries and put tombstones up. Well, not tombstones, headstones. I don't know if this has got anything to do with that. It's probably just a phrase. Yeah, but interesting to see if there's anything to do with the cemetery. I love movies that are in a cemetery as well, usually horror movies. So there you go. So that's A Walk Among the Tombstones. Next is War Dogs. Now, this was a movie, and I think I'm right in thinking that when it came out, was a bit of a problem with it because of something to do with the way that these were going on social media or something. I could be totally wrong about that. I probably am. You hear loads of people getting into bother by just, saying the wrong thing. But I think there was something behind this. Well, when it come out, was some kind of kerfuffle about them two, not the actual movies. But I think Miles Teller's a great actor, and he'd slipped off the radar a little bit after after Whiplash, but he come good with Top Gun Maverick. So I could be completely wrong about that, but I remember there's something about this one. So that's War Dogs. CEX pickup. Next is a lenticular because I can feel it. Oh, wow, look at that. Does this come across? Warcraft, the beginning. Now, I remember when this came out, I was looking at actually it was on Sky Movies. I watched it. I watched some of it. I never got back to watching it, but I did remember quite liking it actually. Quite like the effects. I quite like the way of the sort of world about this. I didn't understand it because I didn't really watch the whole thing. But I will go back and I will get this. I think that the devs might like this because she's quite in these sort of like fantasy epic things. If there's some like borderline martial arts in here, you should get a blast out of that as well. So that's Warcraft, the beginning. Lovely lenticular. Next is, Liam Neeson, Unknown. Now, this is one I've definitely, I don't know if I've got this. Well, I might have this one. I'll put it in my perspective. I'm going to put a slip over the top of it. I was tempted to sing there, Beyonce, if you liked it, then you would have put a slip on it, but I would never do something like that. But yeah, so there you go. Just rings so much of a bell, that one. I do like his movies, like I've got to say. So that's Unknown. That's possible going over the top of one. It would be definitely available in CX. Next is, now, I'm sure I've got this one. Chris Pine and Denzel Washington in Unstoppable, and I think that's to do with, I think it's a true story, maybe, about a train that won't stop. I like the thought of that. So I've either got this, or I've got it on DVD, or I haven't got it, but want it. So that's Unstoppable. Great, I'll put that in my maybe pile. Next is, now I have got this, and I'm pretty sure it hasn't got a slip. And the main thing I got it for was the fact that Tom Waits is in this movie, I believe. But I watched a little bit of it, and it was great. I watched it on the TV, and I thought I've got to get that. So I've definitely got it. It looks like a great film. I've heard people saying a lot of good things about it, but I know I've definitely not got a slipcover. So that's a definite upgrade there. Good slipcover that. Next is Sex Tape. Now, I haven't got this movie, but I like these sort of daft comedies, and Jason Segel's actually quite funny. And is this one of Cameron Diaz's last roles because she's packed it in, hasn't she? So yeah, I will check this out. Yeah, I mean, imagine if I said, "Oh, guess what I bought? I bought S16." Wow, that's CX. Next is Oh, Schindler's List. Now, this is the movie that I haven't got. I don't know if I will get this movie, and I've talked about this movie before. I think it's just a bit too heart-wrenching, for want of a better word. I know this is a great movie. I know it is a very important movie, but I don't think I could emotionally take this movie. I think it would be just be a bit too much for me. I will keep this one in the case I do get this one, but I don't know. It's very much like a movie that's I know how important it is and I know how good it is, but I just don't think I could actually physically take this movie because of its subject matter. Wow. But yeah, yeah. So this is a maybe, but it's only because of the fact it's just far too emotional for me to watch, I would imagine, because I've never seen it. That's Schindler's List. Powerful. Next is Serenity. I've heard a lot of people say this is a good movie. I never got around to getting it. Is there a TV series as well? Is there something like that? Is there another movie? I'm not too sure. Well, I'll definitely get this one. And great cover as well. I like these covers. Yep, that's a CX pickup. I see this all the time actually. Or one that's called Serenity. Yep, but it's a definite pickup. That's CX pile. That's Serenity. Yeah, Serenity. Next is the lenticular. I feel it. It is. Oh, actually, I was thinking about this not so long ago. It's Red Tails. And I always wanted to see it. I remember when it came out, I was thinking, I've got to see this movie. Actually, we were going to go and see it at the cinema. We never got around to seeing it. But this is what a cover that is. It's got such a good pedigree, but yeah, it kind of disappeared. I don't know if did this movie bomb. I'm not too sure about it, but I like this type of thing. George Lucas presents. Yeah. So intrigued to see this one, although we don't see this much in the wild. So that's Red Tails. What a cover. Brilliant. Next is Keanu Reeves, Replicas. Never heard of it, but tell you what I'm seeing there. Robot. That is music to my ears. Love films about robots. I have never seen or heard of this movie, but with Keanu Reeves in it and a robot, you can't go wrong. Wow. That's a lovely, lovely slip as well. These are the type of movies that I like. When I get these slip covers, you just think, what am I going to pull out? And also you think, wow, look at this movie. Never heard of it, but I can't wait to track this one down. Very intrigued about that one. If I can read it out. After a car accident kills his loving family, a daring neuroscience Keanu Reeves will stop at nothing to bring them back, even if it means putting himself against a government-controlled laboratory, the police task force, and the physical laws of science themselves. Wow, sounds good. So that's Replicas. Interesting. Next is Dragged Across Concrete. I haven't got this movie, but it's definitely a movie that I wanted to see. Now I'm looking at this, and it looks like it's it's a regional release. So this is like a US slip. So this slip will be a smaller slip. Now this has got is it made by the same bloke who done Brawl at Cell Block in the Cell Block 90 and Bone 99. My God, yeah, and Bone Tomahawk. Yes, I knew it had something to do with some violence. Bone Tomahawk. My God, what a film! Now really want to get this one, and it's got a smaller slipcover, but I do think that this will fit inside that one. So that's Dragged Across Concrete. Sounds like a Disney film, doesn't it? Excellent. Next is Rise of the Guardians. It's a DreamWorks film. Never heard of it. But if I see it in CX, I'll pick it up. These ones me and the Debs usually try all of these stuff. I've seen one on Sky Movies, we'll watch them. And I put them on a planner. These are usually good fun watches. That's Rise of the Guardians. Actually, it sounds really like an adult film, that doesn't it? It doesn't sound like kids' movies. Wow. So I'm looking at that pile. Hope it doesn't fall over. So next up is The Road. I've heard a lot of people say this is a good movie. Viggo Mortensen from Lord of the Rings. Looks completely different in Lord of the Rings, doesn't he? When you see him normally, you think, wow, it's the same bloke. And I think this is like an end of the world sort of scenario, I think. Yeah, that'll be a good little watch. Won't be a fun watch, but it'll be a good little watch. So that's The Road. Next is Rupture. Noomi Rapace. Wow. Rupture. Never heard of this one. What a slipcover that is, though. Wow. No, never heard anything about it. Young mother Renee Noomi Rapace, the girl with the dragon tattoo. Oh, Prometheus. Ah, yes, I do know her. Has had her life thrown into chaos when she is abducted, drugged, and taken to a secret lab facility. As her captors traumatically experiment on her, Rennie must discover why she was chosen and fight to escape her prison. Ah, that sounds alright, doesn't it? Wow, what a slip. Never heard of it though. But I will, yes, I do know that the girl from that Prometheus. So that's Rupture. Great slips here. Next up is Spooks. Now, is this the movie of the TV series? Because I know that the devs love this this series even. And Peter Firth is from. I keep getting them mixed up with Colin Baker from Doctor Who. Obviously, he looks nothing like him now, but I used to always get them two mixed up back in the day, because it used to look so alike. I know that I'm pretty sure, yes, the devs used to watch this one, so that'll be something for her to get through. I don't know if she ever saw this one, but yeah, that's the one for the devs. Next up is Spotlight. Now, this is one that I did want to see because of the stars in this movie. It had a lot of good reviews on this. What embossing, nice, even on the spine as well, lovely. Won the did it win the best picture? Yeah, it's won some awards there. Got a great cast, and yeah, this will be an interesting watch. Remember when it came out? Probably the first one that came out about this type of thing. So that's Spotlight. Wow, lovely slip. Next up is Dead Watercolor. Dead Snow 2, Red versus Dead, the best zombie film ever made. Well, I've got 1 and 2, and I'm pretty sure this hasn't got a slip on, so this will go on the ones that I'm going to upgrade with a slip. Lovely slip cover, that. And Boston on the side as well. Great films, them, if you haven't seen them. That's one to go over the top. Next is now this Dallas Buyers Club. I was looking at this the other day because I know that I wanted to see it because of Matthew McConaughey. Oh, I remember talking about him before. Matthew McConaughey had loads of problems getting the words out for his voice, but his voice, my God, Michael.
Where's me ladders?
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. Hey, look at that. And I knew that I wanted to see this. I think this is the one where he lost a load of weight for, maybe. But I like his acting. And this is the one that I think I saw recently. I thought, I think I'll get that. I didn't have a slip on it, but that solved the problem. So that's a definite CEX pickup. That's Dallas Buyers Club with Matthew McConaughey. Okay, so I've looked through the shelves and I don't have Unknown and I don't have Unstoppable, but that'll be cut right when I go to CEX. I see them all the time actually when I come to think of it. So what slips I have used are True Romance, brilliant film, brilliant slip, and that's a 4K. Shame on Arrow for not giving you the chance to have a 4K on slip on the 4Ks. Never mind, that'll go on the shelf there until I get a custom sleeve made for it. That's brilliant. So True Romance. Next is Seven Psychopaths. There you go. Great film, this. The bits I've seen of it, and I do want to go back to it. Got a great cast in it, and I think it's so out there. It's exactly what you want from a movie. I'm sure Tom Waits is in this one. So that's Seven Psychopaths in Boston. Doesn't get talked about too much, that one. And lastly is the amazing Dead Snow, or as we say in Geordieland, Deed Snedge. Yeah, but look at that. What a cover that is. Absolutely brilliant. It's a really obscure cover to get as well. It's another one I didn't even know had a cover. And I think when I first got this movie, I wasn't even like thinking about like covers, for movies, slip covers. But that's changed, hasn't it? Yeah. Great. So Dead Snow, I was going to say Deed Snedge again. Dead Snow 1 and 2 are brilliant. You need to get them if you haven't got them, if you like Nazi zombies. I love Nazi zombies. My son used to play them on his computer all the time. So as promised at the start of this video, this is my Indiana Jones VHS trilogy. I might have shown this before. Taking the discs out, tapes out there. It's quite a good set actually, because you got the 3 films at the time. It was a trilogy. And you also got a bonus disc as well. A bonus disc, a bonus tape. And I would imagine these are in pretty good condition, because we have watched them quite a bit. But we didn't do anything more with them than watch them a couple of times. And and that is about it for them. Yeah, not a bad set at all, actually. So there's that. And also as well, I did get a few of them movies that I've showed on slipcovers. I did get the actual releases from CEX over the past, because I think this video from Dave originally was around about 2 or 3 months ago actually when it was filmed. So the first one I picked up was, one of them I picked up was The Snowman. Great cover, that. Nice bit of spot glossing. I haven't seen any of these movies yet. Then I picked up Skyline. Love that slipcover. That lenticular case, probably one of my favourites actually. So deep as well. So I think the Debs wants to watch this one. Another one I picked up is Unstoppable. These are all going for like £1, 50p. It's amazing, isn't it, that you can get these things so cheaply. So I got that as well. Can't even pick it up, and never mind. And that's what I got was Red Tails. Another brilliant slipcover there. Really deep. A really good looking slip. So thanks for watching, especially you, Dave and Jill. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.